recently purchased this Glinda at Shiz University doll slash action figure online for my daughter. And I wanted to go ahead and open up and show you what it looks like as you open up. So this is what it's going to look like in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a knife to open it up. And I'm going to try and save the box because it does have like some cool design on Wicked and some different information on the back. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm going to try and save that as I open it. So let me grab a knife. Now, if you are going to go ahead and open it carefully, you will need to kind of get a knife and just get in right behind here. So essentially you're going to have like laminated cardboard, and so you're going to want to kind of get between the plastic and the first layer of cardboard just to cut right along this edge, right like so. So to get right there. Now I'm not going to want to tear up that cardboard like I said, so I'm just going to kind of work my knife in there and try and get underneath that first piece, right? So there's going to be two different pieces here. The first one is just going to be the back one, and then it's going to have this front one, and then those are just going to be kind of stuck together. So I'm just going to slowly work my knife into here and then work my way across. Now it's a little bit challenging, but if you get it exactly in the right spot, so where you're just cutting right along that glue right there, you can literally just go right across the edge and only peel that part right there around the edge, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. So I started on the one corner, it didn't quite work. So then I went back and then started from there. And you can see how this is then just kind of cutting right off all the way around it. I'm just running my knife all the way under it, right through here. Same thing here. So I'm just like literally cutting because there's like the little glue that where that paper's at, and I'm just going right along that edge all the way up. And then I pretty much, so I kept this intact and I also kept the back intact. This is going to be what it's like inside. So you are going to have some little spots where her like feet are down, one around the waist, a couple on the head. So let's go ahead and go through those. So again, I'm just going to kind of pop that one off. Same thing there, pop that one off. Now, if you're not worried about ripping them, you can just kind of pull out and it'll rip out the back of the cardboard. But you can see I've got one right here. So I'm just going to go there, across that to pull off the headband there. Now I've got a little handbag, and that one's kind of it's wrapped down. So let me pop that and see if that pulls it loose. Yes, it does. Okay. Now her hand is kind of wrapped down, so I'm just going to go right there and release the hand. Coming over here, she's got one across her waist. Again, just cutting that one. Again, one on the arm, so I'm just going to go right like that to cut that one. This one's going to be for her hair, so I'm going to cut right there to release the hair from that side. And then you're going to have a couple on the hair here. So I'm just going to go, you could use scissors for that, but my fear would be I'd end up cutting the hair. So I prefer to use a knife. I can just kind of get in there without worrying about cutting through a lot of the hair. Even if I do cut a couple of the strands, it's not the end of the world. But I'm not going to cut all of it like I would with a pair of scissors. So that's going to release all of the hair. Now it looks like in the back of the head, I've got a couple more. So again, I'm just going to kind of put my knife down in there and just kind of cutting right there. On that side, and it looks like there might be one on this side as well. Yep, there's another one. Just trying to get my knife to them without tearing up the plastic or the hair itself. Going right there. The last one. And that one's fighting me. It's like right square in the middle. There we go. I think that'll work. See if I can do this without cutting myself. There we go. All right, so she is loose. So those are going to be all the different spots that you have to disconnect it in the back. So obviously you have to be careful, especially with the hair, that you're not pulling or cutting on that. So this is going to be your Glinda doll slash action figure. Going to come with the purse, and then going to also come with the headband that you can choose to use or not to use, totally up to you on that. So that's how the unboxing process is going to work. Now the purse slash handbag could be considered a book bag, I suppose, as well. It looks like it does open up, and then the little bag or the little books can go right inside of there as well. So just kind of slide. Yep, there we go. Just kind of slide right in. So those are kind of cool. They'll fit right inside the little bag. So it does have a little space. It's tight fit. Looks like I popped that off trying to get it to fit also. So, but then that's going to be what you get inside.